So, what's up, you guys? So, we are here in Central Hall with the big Mike. What's going on? You embarrassed, man?
So you know what it is? The is only from social. It's just Big Mike. It's just Big Mike.
Just big Mike. All right, the Mike. No, sorry, Mike.
It's all good.
So, yeah, we are here in Central Hall. So we're going to check out things before we open up for the day. This is nice to not have any crowds. We're going to check out anything that's new. Well, Mike, you haven't explored this side yet.
Haven't been able to hit this particular section of Central Hall yet.
So I've explored it a little bit, so got a couple favorites here. Actually, we're passing one right here. This is, I believe, a 71 Lincoln, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I could be very wrong. This one is extremely, extremely clean. Like, this caught my eye right off the bat.
So is it just the long body from this era and how it's sitting to the ground? Is that what caught your eye?
A little bit of that.
The black
paint,
and then the raw metal?
Just the raw metal. Everything's just extremely, extremely clean on this car. Everything's all tucked. You see no wiring out. Of course, you know that from your experience there.
Yeah.
With the Honda scene and everything else from the JDM side.
Yeah.
But we also like our American cars as well.
Sure.
So, like, we have to still appreciate what they do on their side.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm a little bit OCD when it comes to things like symmetry. So when you have an engine setup like this where you can create a symmetrical, twin turbocharged setup, it kind of appeals to a certain part of that OCD nature. So, you have your cool side and you have your hot side and they're symmetrical. It's pretty cool to see. I mean, I'm really looking forward to seeing the way they're gonna plumb it. Mm-hmm. You have vacuum lines, you have oil lines, are they gonna do hard line? Are they gonna do, where are they gonna route it? How are they gonna route it? And that will be that ultimate touch. But right now, hand formed, billet, stamped, fabricated. I'm really looking forward to seeing this when it's done.
Yeah, same here. This thing's pretty rad. I'm loving this thing. So as we're gonna continue on here, let's see what else we got. And of course, SEMA every year, it's a little bit different. So we have to find certain booths. We find different booths, new booths.
Yeah.
Different placement. Like, Honda Acura used to be in the corner over here.
Yeah, that was the Honda spot for a long time.
Now
It was at this moment that he knew.
have Superformance, which actually is an Irvine.
All good.
All good. All good.
Gimbal
All right.
crazy.
All right. Over in Irvine, they got all the GT40 bodies, the Cobras, the Daytonas. Looks like they have actually the Corvette Stingray style bodies now. That's a little new to me.
I mean, these types of cars have been kind of pretty much burned in the minds of any automotive enthusiast. And for a newer generation that really maybe didn't know much about them, once you had Ford versus Ferrari, the movie, they were able to kind of get context. I mean, it's a movie, of course, but you could hear the exhaust note. They drove them, and they get some historical context, which could birth a whole new generation, really, of people who would appreciate these things.
Now, the thing too is Superformance did work with Ford versus Ferrari, so they actually did do the cars.
Oh, okay, perfect. See, I didn't even know that.
Little known fact.
That's perfect.
The DVD Blu-ray extras.
Yeah, that's nice, man.
So as we continue on here, let's go check out what else we got here. As this is day 2, if we did not mention that.
That's my college, dude.
Mike, how was your day yesterday?
You know what? Even though it was day 1, it feels like it's day 4, and SEMA isn't even 4 days long. So that answers that right there. But yeah, I mean, I'm good. You kind of are acclimate to the cadence, and you just get it done every year.
So Mike, here's this crazy. What was it? What year is this? 73 Corolla.
Yeah.
So I've heard about this build, but I haven't seen this yet because I didn't know where the booth was until now.
Yeah.
So, have you heard much about this?
Okay, I haven't. I do like this era of Toyota, and I like 3-spoke wheels, and I like good paint jobs. So you put that together, and then this thing starts to knock it out of the park. You have dry carbon. You have like a period correct kind of 3-spoke wheel. I don't know this particular wheel company, but the gold with the polish on this like deep root beer, dark, purplish, flaked out paint job, I'm actually really loving it. I'd love to know what's under the hood,
For this paint, if I recall, someone said it's like a Lamborghini paint.
A Lamborghini color?
I could be very wrong about that. It's just word of mouth.
Dude, deep gold flake, deep purple. It's nice, man. Far away, you'll think it's black. Lovely, man. I mean, look at the dry carbon accents. So either they or a company offers that. You got the bumpers, and instead of metal, look at the grill, man.
Oh yeah.
So
much detail.
I'm really looking forward to learning more about the car and the builder, and
Now,
it's nice, man.
They did claim that they spent $250,000 on this car.
Okay, well
which
then
is
there you
insane.
go. Did you talk to him already?
No. It actually says it right on that windshield right there.
They didn't put they actually put how much it cost?
Yeah.
Not 100% sure if that's
It was at this moment that he knew.
the way you should. Anyway.
Go from there.
$5,100, $700, $200, $1,500, 9-month project. Hey,
It's like
man.
those cars alone. Like,
Part of his-
how much are they on the market right now? Like,
That's really hard to say, because if you find a survivor, if you find a low mileage, all original everything, the value is going to, exponentially skyrocket.
Absolutely.
But if you find one that, really needs to be kind of reassembled, but there's no rust, at least the body's there and it carries a certain kind of value, so.
what's funny is my dad used to have one.
Okay, what did he do with it?
He sold it to someone for like $600 back in the day.
Oh no. Well, I guess nobody could have really known
Yeah.
they were gonna be worth that much, but at the same time, any vehicle that is a finite resource, it's going to end up. I just want to stop talking and appreciate
Yes,
this.
absolutely. We got this John Player
The
special.
John Player special. There's something about that matte gold and black, and then, like I said, I'm a big fan of 4-spoke. Those kind of remind me of Tom's, like Tom's wheels, C2Rs. But everything about this it makes my soul and my loins tingle. Can I say loins tingle on the? Can I say that? on-
Just that little sensation.
It's just a little sensation. Is this a family program? Was I allowed to say loins tingling? I don't know. But this, my friends, oh man. The amount of presence it has, right?
Yeah, I've never heard of this company called Radford. Is this
Yeah, this thing
it's
is,
like LMP2
I love
grade car?
I love everything about it. It's extremely aggressive, but the colorway, of course. Clyde, what's up, man? So yeah, I really appreciate this type of build, the engineering, and then of course, handmade carbon.
Now we can sort of peek back here, but it's pretty difficult to see because
I mean, even the wheels are carbon barrels. I kind of am going to spend a lot of time later on taking some photos and videos of this.
Yeah,
This is-
hopefully you can run into Jensen Button and Tanner Faust on this.
Oh, so Tanner has driven this, or
It looks like he's driven
I mean,
it,
his
or
name
is
is on
going
there,
to,
or they're going to at Pikes Peak.
possibly.
All right. Well,
I'm questioning if it is either electric or gas, but it looks like it'll be gas because there is
I
fill
mean,
up here, but you can't really tell. Nowadays, you never know.
nowadays you never know.
All previous years, we see like Porsches with EV swaps. Now we're seeing like C10s with EV swaps and whatnot.
Yeah.
So you never know anymore. What's your take on the swaps and whatnot?
You mean like EV in general, or doing it to older chassis, or what?
EV in general.
Okay, so I mean that we can go down a rabbit hole with that, but I believe that it's coming across as a little bit more forced than it needs to be.
Let's swing down this way because there is a car or a truck, I should say,
That you want to focus on.
I do want to focus on because it's one of my top favorites. If we can find it here. Well, we got the Ring Brothers car right here. This I did not see, so this might be a contender. Watch out, there's a trash behind you. This might be a contender for one of the top cars here because Ring Brothers always brings up the
They
top
always
here.
bring.
So
How are you doing? It's good to see you. We're just doing a little filming. I didn't know you were gonna be here.
You just do what you gotta do. Good to see you, my man.
Good to see you too. Congratulations again.
We are here with one of the Wing brothers right here. Mike.
Sorry, I
So we got
apologize.
3 mics here.
I got to know Mike 2016 when my car was here, and then since then, the waves you guys make with your builds, just every time, man. Every time. Well, I mean, that's, you know, there are a lot of cars here, and there are a lot of great cars here, and then there are the ones that just stay with you. They just stay in your head.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so sorry to put you on the spot. We were just
No
walking.
worries.
I did not know you were here this early. How's it? Is this the only one you guys
No,
brought?
we have 3 here.
Yeah, I was gonna say
We
you.
have a Rolls Royce up in
I haven't
the
seen that.
BSF booth.
Okay.
And then we have Mustang convertible
Okay.
over in North Hall.
Yeah.
It's in Gentex booth.
Okay. I swung by North yesterday. I'll definitely go look for
It's
that.
kind of, it's on the whatever end with that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, where the Battle of the Builders stage was last year, off to that side.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
I know where that is. I'll definitely go check it out.
Cool.
Appreciate you, Mike.
Yeah.
Thank
it's
you.
Always good.
Good to see you.
All right, let's
right, where are
let's
we
go
headed?
look for that truck. I think it's actually right around the corner over here.
Okay.
So yeah, with SEMA, there's just so much to see. You
It's,
can't cover everything.
No,
And
impossible.
there's just cars that are hidden everywhere. So like I said, Wing
Oh,
brothers
are you
hidden-
talking about this truck?
Absolutely.
Ryan from Rywire was telling me about it yesterday. I walked by and was able to see from a distance that it was something to circle back to for sure. And here we are.
So this is the absolutely nuts 67 Chevy C10.
Yeah.
Basically, everything's carbon.
A few different people have told me to make sure I came by to see this build, and I'm glad that I did. When we're done, I'll come back later and spend more time with it. I mean, it's kind of like a show IndyCar race truck that's just gorgeous, man.
But yeah,
The whole thing,
everything is
2,700
carbon.
pounds. Wow. Yeah, I had people sending me photos, but this is the combination of wet, dry, and red carbon.
I want to say this is maybe close to the top of the best
Of anything?
of anything.
Okay, so any American,
JDM,
it doesn't matter.
Everything.
This is up there for
This
you.
is way up there. Like, when do you ever see a full carbon truck that they spend this amount of detail on it? And I'm sure it's all functional.
Yeah.
Like, look at all this right here. Carbon arrow on the top. Got Lexan glass in the back. But if you look here, the actual roll cage actually feeds through it
Yep.
very cleanly.
Yeah, those types of details are amazing. I like the way the Chevrolet stamped in the carbon on the bed, in the rear, the XRP line. This is gorgeous, man. I mean, even the mud flaps here,
All carbon there.
carbon.
I'm
hardware.
loving the center console.
Center console design is amazing.
Flows really well with that cage.
Paddle shifting. I mean, this thing is wild. I love it.
So we're passing the Lexus booth over here. We're at a buddy of ours, Brian McGee, is fortunate enough to be inside the Lexus booth.
Yeah, I know Don Gardner from DG Spec, and I was able to talk with him and here for the press conference, and we did a walk around of basically every vehicle in all of Toyota's booth, from this end all the way, Lexus end all the way down to the FJ Bruiser. And I really love how Toyota and Lexus took this spot, which is, obviously known for someone else,
Yeah.
and they've owned it, and now it's Toyota Lexus from overlanding Lexus side, OE side, GR, the Trueno Edition 86, Cup cars, and then you go to that X-Runner concept, which shows that they're paying attention to the enthusiasts of all makes and models, and then you go all the way down there and you have this, dude, that FJ Bruiser build has a TRD NASCAR engine in it, and they fired it up, and it is amazing.
Yeah?
and it is amazing. I'll play a video clip, man. It shook the whole room.
Really?
Oh yeah. It's a TRD NASCAR motor. I mean, it is wild.
Didn't realize they were allowed to start it up with everyone around. But then again, it's a Monday when they did that. Right?
Yeah, we did it on Monday. It was around 6:30.
So this is the X Runner concept.
Yeah, it's the X Runner concept, all built by Toyota, but they are using it as R&D for what they'll make as actual accessories and options for what is currently available. But this thing, fully functional running Tacoma X Runner concept. I have pictures and videos under the hood, the interior. It is cool, man.
We have to, but that Tacoma, it's crazy because like Tacoma's gotten that big now. And
Well-
I honestly thought it was a Tundra for a moment there.
The Tacoma, yeah, you're talking about the size?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
You know what I mean?
down here, we're actually passing our friends over at ACT.
Yep.
We've got our buddy Rich. We did an interview yesterday. So look forward to, stay tuned
Yeah,
for that interview shortly. Got a bunch of different cars we didn't even get to cover down there yet. So we'll circle back around. This Toyota's booth is just massive.
It is absolutely massive. And then if we just let's just take a few seconds to appreciate that FJ Bruiser. And what they did was they lifted off the body from the original chassis. So it is not a cut up, destroyed vehicle.
Right.
Because there's already a finite number of them, but
Exactly.
they made something very cool. This thing is really wild, man. And it is powerful and shakes the earth.
This thing is sweet.
It is. I'm telling you guys, I'll give you guys a sound clip of it firing up. They did a baby rev and it just shook the glass.
Even some of those glasses misaligned now. Shook that much, huh?
It's awesome. I like the colorway, everything about it.
I'd love to see this thing tearing it up out on the field. Man.
Yeah, man.
This thing's sweet. I adore this. All right, let's go check out some more on Central Hall. So this side, I didn't get to explore too much. There's only
Well,
one.
that right there, that build has a 2J in it. Oh, they're all in here eating. I don't want to interrupt breakfast. But yeah, I came and looked at this. I mean, you have a lot of very cool things going on here, and I'd love to hear this. I've used Garrett turbos for a long time, and so the combination of that with some of these PRP parts and BC parts, all heat protected with like these DEI components. I just want to hear this and see it move.
Oh yeah. All right. Hopefully we'll see this on the cruise on the way out.
Yeah.
If you guys know, I've been in Japan for most of the year, so coming back here to the States, like it's 9-day difference, but it's just different kind of culture and different things to see. So
Yeah, man. I mean, I might be with you guys coming up, you know, in a few months, but we'll see how everything goes as far as work and projects here.
So we're looking forward to doing a tour at Tokyo Auto Salon 2024. So be on the lookout for that and be prepared because we're gonna hit that hard. So
That'll be awesome.
yeah, it'll be Big Mike's first time in Japan.
Of all the countries, of all the places, it really will be.
So this looks like DNA Motoring area. Mostly the Liberty Walk cars are in here. However, we do want to swing to the right over here. Do want to pay attention to a very specific car that we did cover yesterday.
And which one is that?
So we do have to swing to the Exetti booth to the right over here.
Oh, for the JDM Legend Z?
There's that one.
Yes.
But there is one other car. As
What,
well.
the FDRX7?
The FDRX7.
Yeah, man.
So I do appreciate the Datsun. You know, it's a timeless car, of course.
Yes.
And it's JDM Legends. You can't go wrong with them.
Yeah.
They're
Shout out to
awesome.
Eric. I know Eric over there, and this car is pretty beautiful. But
Eric, Josh, and
the one that came to your mind is this RX-7.
yes, absolutely. We'll do a glance over. Sorry to take focus off of this, but this one is still gorgeous. Loving the Recaros inside. Is it still the original motor?
You know, I haven't been here when he's had the hood open, but Safari Gold on this tone wheel with this body is was pretty much one of my favorite combinations. So, anyways, I'll get the information from Eric, but it's yeah,
What's
beautiful.
crazy is there's been so many Datsuns here. I want to say there's like at least 7 or 8 of them.
There are, and in the Battle of the Builders, in either the Young Guns or the Sport Compact category, there's almost 6 that competed, which is unheard of. Yeah,
So-
I think it's 5 or 6. Yeah.
That's crazy. So we're swinging back here real quick. So this is the FD RX-7. I believe it's Phil Sohn. If I mispronounce his name, I'm not too sure. But this car is amazing. From what I was told, and I don't know rotors too well.
okay.
But it's a 2 rotor from a Cosmos. if I
Okay,
recall.
okay.
I could be wrong on that. Maybe 3 rotor.
Phil, I think I didn't know this was Phil's, but now that makes perfect sense. I actually wrote a feature for him in the print era.
Okay.
And he's had RX-7s a long time. I mean, for all I know, this is the same body, but I remember.
There's a few.
Yeah, I remember that years ago that he was already a established RX-7 guy. So it doesn't surprise me to see one with all of these beautiful accessories and modifications, because I know he's had RX-7s for years.
So with this one, he does have a REMME up front and a feed rear,
And a
but there's like
feed
the
rear.
little details all over the place that just like really capture your attention. Like he has functional front fender mirrors.
Yep.
He's got a clean interior, but you would normally see like all the gauge clusters and controls and whatnot. But it's like, where are the controls? There's only, I don't know if you can really see it, but you might have to show it on B-roll and whatnot. But on the front, there's only a cruise control, control.
Yeah, I see it.
But all the controls are actually in his visor.
Okay.
So when you fold that down, every control is on top.
Interesting.
So he also has the very first set of Recaros. They're not pole position. Can't think of the name of them. You might know.
You mean the full carbon shell ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember the name either.
He has that. He also created his own carbon pieces inside the trunk as well.
Oh, for the cover?
Yeah, that's all him. He did all this in his garage.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, I remember him being a DIY guy. I do remember that.
But yeah, this is one of my top favorites as well.
No, it's classy. The whole stealth gray, gray tones with the carbon. It's very, very beautiful. I passed by yesterday, and I spent a few minutes appreciating the outside of it.
Oh yes, yeah. For us, we were here even it caught the attention of Tamura-san. Like he was just straight staring at it. He's like, okay.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a big compliment right there by itself.
Oh yes. So moving on, I haven't really gone too much further this direction. So let's see what we find through here.
Like this West Coast style Tesla
Yeah.
on wire wheels. I'm not gonna lie, I like it.
Yeah?
I like it.
That's not actual Dayton's, right? They're just style.
I don't think Dayton makes that size wheel, but when I knew Dayton's, they were 13-inch 100 spokes on like a 64 ragtop. So have they evolved since I grew up with that kind of car to making 20, 22s, 24s? I don't know.
So we got a Rolls Royce over there, a Deep Basif. Is it Deep Basif or Deep BASF?
I say BASF.
BASF?
always. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go with that. There's a lot of company names. Like, how do you pronounce? Like we're heading towards Greddy. Is it Greddy or is it G-Ready?
It's gritty.
It's Greddy.
Yeah.
But then there's always the fun where you can start pronouncing everything wrong. Like, if you heard it's HKS, but some people go, it's Hicks.
I hope that you correct them. I would not allow that to slide. A company should not spend time to brand and develop and forge their name just for people to say it incorrectly freely. So let's correct them. So here, we got some movement over here at the Greddy booth.
So we got the Mark IV Supra here.
Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous. when I say absolutely gorgeous, I'm talking about this lovely Steve Wong here. Whoa.
Oh, that's right.
So we're here with Kenji here. Stay tuned. We will be doing an interview later today.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go the ins and outs of all the years of SEMA, all the nitty and gritty, all the hard work and all. So stay tuned. We'll definitely cover this R32 a little bit more from Garage Active. So we are over at HKS over here. So usually they tend to have like 1 or 2 cars. This time they got 3.
Yeah.
So we do have
This
the
theme that they
R32.
went with, the black, I love it, man.
Yeah. It's interesting that they're going for red and black versus their normal crazy livery. So this is different.
But they're tying it in here. You know?
So you can see a little bit of their heritage throughout.
Yeah, like the purple tones are there, but I like the diversity, the Corolla, the Z, and a 33. Oh, endless brakes. Yeah.
So this is definitely new here. This is the new HKS wide body for the new RZ34.
Yeah.
And actually, I'm really loving this because it's a lot more. It's aggressive yet subtle, I feel.
Well, until you get to the front.
Yeah.
But I think it looks good.
Oh yeah.
I would probably, for a street car, I would use it without the canards, and you have a very aggressive look. I mean, I like it, and I'm always supporting. I want to always support authenticity, and HKS is a lineage brand, so I appreciate what I'm seeing right now. I have not been to this side, so it's all on the calendar and the map now between now and Friday to talk to them and get a feel for the cars.
Have you driven the New Z yet?
I have not driven the New Z. I've driven the Corolla. I've driven the CTR.
Okay.
I've driven a few cars. You talk about the 400?
This one, yes.
Yeah, I have not driven a 400.
They're very enjoyable cars.
I'm sure.
Yeah. It's shout out to Nissan for giving me the opportunity to shoot with them. And careful, we got a vacuum here. Sorry. Right now, what we have over here is one of 5 cars that Daniel Song did bring to SEMA here. This is his GR Corolla. This is probably the most done up car that he has here this year. We did do an extensive interview with him yesterday night. And boy, he has so much going on with all his builds.
Yeah, Daniel is pretty hardcore, man. He's got good taste, good connections, good team. And when you put that together and he's willing to spend time and money and do research, so you put time, money, and dedication and a good team together, and that's how you're able to bring 5 very nicely done builds to SEMA. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. That driven mind, man.
Yeah, that's Daniel. Well, yeah, when we finish right here back at Lexus, I have a meeting I have to go to, but I'm actually really glad I ran into you guys this morning, and we were able to make this happen because, I mean, look at what we just did, and we didn't scratch the surface.
Yep.
We didn't even scratch the surface.
We still had South Upper Hall outside.
Yeah, we didn't even
West.
scratch the surface of Central
Central.
Hall that we just walked through. We were going one every 10th booth, and 1 out of the 3 cars in every 10th booth. So that just goes to show you guys. I mean, SEMA. Some people think maybe is it decreasing in its size and everything, and it's not. It is what you make it, and it's a blessing to be here always.
So we're gonna swing this way here.
Okay.
We have a few things up here.
On Data and Spoon.
Yep. We did another interview with Daisuke from Spoon Type 1 in Japan. So definitely check out that episode if you haven't seen it yet.
That's awesome.
So we caught up with him and with the Spoon FL5 here. So they will be testing this at usually it's 24 hours, but I think he said it was a 25-hour race.
25 hours of Thunderhill, yeah.
Okay. So they're gonna be running this and see how this holds up with all the new cooling, the Honda,
I can't wait.
Yeah? Are you
can't wait.
gonna be there?
I'm gonna try to, man.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna try to be there for at least the second half.
Okay.
If I can make it for the full thing, but yeah, I'm gonna try to be there for the second half.
Nice. That'll be awesome. So we're over here at the Geekin?
That's another thing that people would love to argue about.
So
It's actually perfect timing that you're here because A86 legend Taka Aono is right here. Hello,
Hi, how are you?
my man.
So this is the legend Takayori over here. He's the famous drifter, teacher, everything of drifting. Am I correct?
I guess, yeah.
Everything?
Crazy monkey.
Well, we started on the SCCA Autocross, so we got national championship.
Okay.
With A86,
Yes.
and after that, it kind of get a little bit political over there. It's too fast. You have to move the class.
I see.
I think I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
And at the time, my friend wanted to bring the drifting in the US,
Yes.
and that's where we start involving it. And drifting, no politics. Back in the day, you just go sideways, have fun.
Yes.
We loved it.
Yes.
And that's how we start swing 86 a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, you're one of the founders of this entire culture that exists, so it's great to
Pretty
talk
much,
with you.
Yeah, like we group of us had each individual had a dream.
Yes.
One wanna make good series. Other is others are more like I want to build a racetrack because not many racetrack allow you to drift in year 2000 or so.
Right, right.
And my dream is just make the drifting big enough that I'm grassroots wise,
Yes.
so it stay in the US.
I see.
And yeah, like back in the day, it was funny. What's a drifting? Drafting?
Right,
What is
right.
that? That's
I
how
mean,
it
look,
goes.
23 years later.
Yeah, now
23 years.
everybody
Massive.
knows.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody wasting tire all over the nation. That's good.
All over the world, yeah. Well, thank you, Taka. Appreciate you. Domo
Are you
arigato.
still over at Streets of Willow?
Yeah, I'm at the Willow Springs teaching people how
Willow
to drift.
Springs, okay.
Yeah, at the school named the Drift School USA.
Yes.
Yeah, and we do private school style. So when we come, people come to our school, usually they start with the A86 that we read. Not
Yes.
this car, but
Yes.
yeah. And
But
then-
an actual Hachi.
yeah,
Yeah.
so that's fun.
Yeah.
Make only 90 horsepower on that car, but it's enough. It's safe. Enough,
Safe.
yeah.
And they can learn how to bring
Yeah.
the back end out.
The good thing about 86 on the low horsepower is it's gonna teach you what not to do.
I see.
Like you shouldn't kind of touch the female suddenly, right? Then they're gonna slap you,
Yeah.
just like that. A86 said, "Oh, don't do that.
I see.
Don't do this."
I see.
You have to really learn the mistake first.
Uh-huh.
Then you learn what to do right way.
I see. I
You
see.
gotta finesse it.
It's like a basic. It's very important in the beginning. That's how we do it.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Taka.
Yeah, thank
Domo
you.
arigato.
So hopefully one day we'll be out at Willow.
Yeah, and let the 90 horsepower scream, right?
Yeah. I'll look for you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Antonio, my guy. I'll be back. I'll come see you in a little bit.
I'm gonna be in the SEMA.
Okay.
Is that the Ray-Bans?
Yeah.
The recording ones? That's crazy.
Okay. All right,
We're
Mackin Industries.
back in with the Yokohama and the Ray.
Rays, shout out to Wakana.
We
Rays Japan.
just saw Steve walk
Steve,
by.
yeah. They always have a really, really good showing.
So over here we have the 3 Yokohama cars. So this one here is Dustin Williams Arthur 3 GTR with the HKS livery.
Yeah, I was with Dustin last night, able to hang out outside of cars, but it's really cool to see him here with Mackin, and then of course the HKS livery is so iconic. And then these, I'm planning to run Oni 2s on a car, but they're not 20s.
Okay.
And when you think about a 3-spoke in this size, you're like, I don't know. And then you see it, and it's pretty polarizing and attractive all at the same time. That is wild, man. 20-inch Onis. Who would have thought, man?
But I feel like it complements the Varus kit well enough because it's just so massive.
The kit is sharp. But yeah, man, no, it's really good, dude. It's really good.
And then we got
Different.
polarizing on this side. So we got the white Varus Supra.
Yeah.
And then we have the gray Varus 86 here, GR86, I should say, specifically.
I mean, but once again, maybe, you know, because my car's Nardo gray and I like tones of gray when combined with machine finishes or polished finishes or black chromes, etc. So when you see forged carbon, you see, you know, a battleship gray with like a gunmetal type face and a machined lip. The cars just have a ton of presence to me, man.
Oh,
This
yeah.
thing has and of course this Aero is amazing.
Yes.
I would run the same kit.
This one, I want to say it's like one of the first 2 or 3 kits here in America.
In America,
I
yeah.
definitely got to see this at Tokyo Auto Salon, and this was one of my top picks.
I mean,
over there.
the way that it widens the car but keeps like the pointed aggressive front end with the way it plays off the headlights and the ducting, I love everything about it.
And then we swing to the right over here, we have the raised side of Mackin. So we have the newer Graham lights on this FL5 over here.
Yep.
And this, I believe this is I don't know the name of it, I just call it yellow. I'm not
just
gonna lie.
call it
I just
yellow.
call it yellow. They have a specific name for it. It might be gloss yellow.
No, you know what? I'm gonna find out right now.
Let's,
Does it say right there? Brian, what is the name of the yellow? What is the exact, what is it? Mock yellow. Mock yellow.
Mock yellow.
Shout out to Brian from Mackin, Mock yellow. We were trying to remember. Thank you for that.
So mock yellow.
Yeah, mock yellow. Emerald blue.
Emerald.
Oh, okay. Admiral blue.
Okay.
So soft, dark, matte finish, Admiral blue. Okay. So we've got mock yellow and we have Admiral blue.
So this is our time to become hand models here. So we have the
Mock yellow. Admiral blue. Ooh, it's like that Will Smith meme.
So yeah, that's the new mock yellow Graham light on the FL5. We got a few more cars up in front. I don't know too much about those, except that I think the Beamer has the new Adro kit on there. These are G025?
G025s, but with this finish and sizing, you get the depth on the face, so you have concavity and lip. Right, so before you didn't have lip, you had an RR face, an FF face. Now you have concavity and a rear lip. It's pretty beautiful.
Right?
It is beautiful. G025s, in my opinion, are kind of like a slept-on wheel.
Oh, yeah.
And I think here, especially with this kind of depth, it's gonna be good.
So right now we're coming up to the MagnaFlow booth. This is TJ Hunt / his friend's, well, let me rephrase that. This is his friend Calvin's car
Okay.
in collaboration with TJ Hunt, because obviously the Street Hunter kit. However, what they did was they took the older generation BRZ and GT86 FRS, whatnot.
Yeah.
And they made a new kit for this one.
I see.
Because obviously we have the newer cars, but they're like, you know what? Let's take the older car and still make that even better. So I do appreciate like they still go for the first generations, or first releases of that car. And this one over here, I have to appreciate. I started seeing this guy on TikTok and Instagram and whatnot. So he has a full Varus body kit for his GR. So this is the GR chassis for Subaru. So not to confuse with GR Toyota.
When they first came out with this hatchback, I didn't really know what to think about it.
Yeah.
And then I saw Charge Speeds one.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, all of a sudden I kind of like it. And from there, when people do them right, they do stand out to me very well.
Oh yeah.
It was hard to, I was like, why did we go hatchback style? But they're a good looking car.
And what's funny is that no one really wanted that car back in the day. Now everyone wants one.
Right.
I was fortunate enough to get one and put my Varus kit on mine. This one here catches my eye because the green with the wide body, HRE wheels. I feel like
It looks
a very
like
proper.
it looks like British racing green,
Yeah.
and I do like the soft muted silver they went with. Didn't do two-tone the face and the lip. It's got a nice feel to it.
Yeah,
man.
I feel like it's very themed out just right.
Yep.
Not over the top. It just everything flows very well with it.
Yeah.
So I really dig this one.
I wonder what the original color was. But it is a good looking car, I will agree.
So we got OMP carbon seats. Oh, you know what? This one's stick too. So this is the A91. So this is a newer build.
Yeah, it's nice. I like it. I personally don't put cars on air suspension, but regardless of the chassis, when it's done right, I can appreciate it greatly.
Oh yeah. Looks like there's like a F1 car maybe on that side.
Yeah.
So Vibrant brought out this car here. I haven't had much time with it, just passing by. Let's check
It's
this
pretty
out.
wild. I've only seen it online.
So is this one supposed to go head to head with
O'Reilly?
one?
I don't know, man.
Because the other one was way crazier with the piping and whatnot. But this one,
Well, it's a different power plant.
what did they do with this one? Because it's definitely not in the front, obviously.
Exactly, yeah.
But can we take a peek at the back here?
Yes, we can.
Are we allowed to do this? Let's see.
We are. I mean, look at how close it sits to you.
So how is that ducted here?
You want to talk about something that is crazy, over the top? I want to hear this thing fire up. I mean, look at your driver experience. Look at the cockpit, right? Look at the setup, the Motec setup. I mean, this has got to be a wild driving experience. I can't wait to hear this thing fire up on Friday.
Oh yeah. See this going cruising down the street, more like deafening
Yeah, pretty much.
all the crowds.
Pretty much.
But so the piping goes through the dash. Where does it feed from? Is it all the way down here, you think?
Which tubing are you talking about?
So right through the dash to that center here.
Yeah.
That's going through the dash here. Is it coming from down below here? Very curious of how that works.
It must be.
But this thing is wild.
I look forward to talking to the Vibrant guys and the owner to get some specs on it.
Well, yeah, we're heading
Full circle. Full
full
circle.
circle. So thank you, Mike. This was a pleasure.
I appreciate I appreciate you guys having me, man.
The Big Mike.
It's just Big Mike,
just
man.
Big Mike. So
It's just Big Mike.
Night, slaving day, slaving night, works days, works night, slaving.